Oh, yeah. Chris, did nobody tell you can't swear on the internet?
Yeah, Paul, I'm sorry. I grew up in a bad neighborhood.
Well, welcome back, everybody, to the house show featuring MOUZ. My name is Parla, and I'll be your host. Today, we are joined by Rejin, Chris. We've got Frozen in the bottom right, and then karrigan just below me. And today, we have Robin. Moxic won't be here. And that's pretty much the crew that we've got for you guys to enjoy. We'll be taking questions throughout the show, so feel free to drop them in the chat. But for now, guys, I guess we should address the elephant in the room and talk about the match today against OG. It went 3 maps. Unfortunately, not in your favor. karrigan, would you like to start us off?
Yeah, I think we played like silvers. There's nothing much we can say about the last 2 maps. So that's it.
Silvers. Rejin, would you agree as coach? Do you think that the strats weren't quite there today, or?
No, I think like we had like an idea what to do. We just didn't win like on train. There was so many close rounds that we won one of them. They would break their money.
Mm-hmm.
They just got out top many times, and I mean that's just CS for like it can happen, and it's online.
I feel like that's also more a thing on the train T side. You need to win one of these clutches to get your own economy rolling, to break the CT economy. At some point, they had to like double up all the time. They were just peeking us everywhere. When it gets to that point, train T side is hard, I feel like.
Yeah, for sure.
We got ourselves in that position by not communicating.
And I mean, like we also played
working together.
Yeah, we played also very silly today. There was a lot of situations we had advantage in and decided to push where we shouldn't push, etc. So like when you do these things against a good team, then you're gonna lose, of course. And like they were like capitalizing on all the mistakes we did. So
yeah, at the end of yesterday's show, we spoke briefly about going up against OG. When you actually played against them today, were there any surprises, karrigan?
I don't really think so. I mean, we played our game. I think they played their game. There was not really some big adaptations. In the end, they were the better team today, and that's what they won.
Yeah, I mean, were you surprised by the fact that you went to overtime on Mirage?
Not really. I think they're a pretty good team on Mirage as well. But I'm just happy we came back on that map in a way. So obviously the last 2 maps is not good enough for us. So all in all, I think the first one was pretty okay for us. We were in the game. We communicated. We played the clutches good, and we were listening and reacting on the calls.
Yeah.
Still, Chris, I feel like on CT side Mirage, we kind of let them get back into the game.
No,
I remember some mistakes for myself where I kill one and I re-peek. Happened like 2 or 3 times and gave the advantage away, and they came back slowly into the game again. Feel like we could have had a way bigger lead on CT side already there, but yeah, in the end we won, so that was good, obviously.
Frozen, did you have something to add there?
I mean, just like we were winning like 7-0, it was on Mirage.
Yeah.
And then suddenly it was 8-7 and a half, and it could be like I don't know 11-4.
Yeah.
So it was same.
Felt like
train,
it should have been
say.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah, and train same. Like even though houz was like 12-3, we should have won like I don't know 9-6 because there were been rounds where they scored like 1 or 2.
Yeah.
And our economy would be better after we won those rounds, but Malaga.
Yesterday, when you played against FaZe, you ended up having like an extremely tight game on train. Today, it was very one-sided, not in your favor. Were there any specific reasons why that was, guys?
I think this has been said. Like we didn't win the crucial rounds where we could destroy their money. Mm-hmm. Like if you look at the train again, I think any other day we win that half 9-6, like David say.
Yeah.
So I'm not really worried. It's just one of those days where we don't win the clutches, the crucial rounds. You cannot get control of the money, and they also play good CS. Like I mean, that's why they won these important rounds. So yeah.
Mm. You're all obviously extremely competitive people, right? And so competitive people don't like to lose. After a match, how do you guys stay cool and collected and go over things and review a loss without getting too emotional or caught up in it?
I think you just have to look at the basics, no? like why did we lose and stuff like that. Like we didn't have time to go through the mistakes and go through the match shift, of course, because we have to do the talk show here. Something we're gonna do tomorrow. Yeah.
Is there
I don't know
main
how the players are handling it.
Yeah, after a match, guys, how do the conversations usually take place? Does everybody chip in, or is it karrigan and Rejin that are mainly sort of guiding the conversation? Chris?
I think that
Depends a
Well,
bit
Frozen?
now. Depends a bit, I feel like. I think Finn is always rewatching all the games and saying stuff to people. Feel like after some LAN matches, everybody watched the games themselves, wrote some stuff down, what they feel like were mistakes or things we could improve on.
Okay.
But yeah,
So-
usually it's definitely karrigan doing the most, like
Okay.
rewatching of the matches and correcting stuff.
Yeah. Robin, pleasure to have you here, buddy. How are you feeling today, aside from the loss?
Not so great.
Uh,
I mean,
hey-
the whole day has been basically the match, so
okay.
that's it.
Yeah. Well, it's good to see you here. How was the match from your perspective?
I think we played stupid. That's it.
Okay. Robin, you always come across as someone that's very reserved and in control of their emotions. Do you ever find after losses that you're you feel affected by them, or do you always manage to keep your cool?
I try not to say anything off the bat, like when a match ends, but obviously, like that means that I'm trying to control my emotions and not say anything stupid. Just since I'm so fired up or like we lost really bad,
Yeah.
I'm not trying to get any bad words because of that, and just take it in and let things settle down and talk about it after.
Yeah. ropz, when Frozen first joined the team, did you ever speak to him about being the new boy on the squad, the young kid on the squad? Because of course that mantle sort of went from you to him at one point.
No, we haven't, but I think he understands himself, so it's pretty
Yeah.
obvious.
Good stuff, guys. Well, I think we can move on from the loss. You're not playing tomorrow. It's Tuesday that you'll be playing again, right?
Yeah, playing against Virtus.pro next time.
Yeah, playing against
Tomorrow is
Virtus.pro.
tomorrow we're gonna go through the match today, and then we're
Yeah.
gonna have some practice, and yeah, hopefully get ready for Tuesday match.
Okay. And yeah, what will you spend the rest of your day doing? Because obviously if you're at a LAN competition, you're still kind of around each other to an extent. You'll be in the practice room, maybe you might get some food. What will you guys do today now that you're all at home, but you're still playing in this competitive league?
I'm gonna have a call with Chris later, I think.
You're going to have a call with
I mean,
Chris?
yeah, Alan and me are definitely gonna have a call. But no, other than that, I think most of us are gonna like rewatch the game.
Yeah, so you'll spend
realize
some time looking at the match then.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
To realize what went wrong, why it came to this. I mean, I already feel like we talked about before, there were like clutches on train that could have went either way, but they played them better. But
Mm.
regardless of that, we didn't stay mentally in the game. After being down, I don't know what the score was, but we lost the important rounds, and then communication just got worse and worse, and we didn't give ourselves any chance to get back in the game because of that.
Yeah.
And
And what's
that's
your...
definitely partly on me. I did some really dumb stuff.
Okay. Is that what you... I couldn't tell if you were joking about you and Rejin getting on the phone to have like a friendly chat, or if you're going to be talking about you making mistakes or something like that. If you want to expand on that a bit.
Alan?
I have my mouth full of food, bro.
Yeah, no, it's joking. I don't think he's gonna call me. He might call me. He does it sometimes, but
Okay.
I mean, as I said, we're gonna watch the match first, and I
Yeah.
think talk about specific mistakes tomorrow morning.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe
Well, yeah,
if I
guys-
feel really sad, Alan will call me and cheer me up.
Yeah.
I hope he will.
I'm such a good guy.
Yeah. Well, commiserations on the loss, guys. What about Virtus.pro then? Looking forward, karrigan. Let's start with you.
I mean, I haven't seen them play for a long time, so obviously
Mm.
they had a lot of time to settle in with. I think Adrian is calling right now. Or I heard something about that Adrian is taking all the in-game leading. So they're probably coming up with a new style, so it's really hard to prepare for the match. So again, we just have to go in and play our style and try to adapt during the game and see what they're coming up with. Because this makes no reason to prepare against them. Only looking into what maps they normally like, but obviously with new in-game leader, they're gonna change the style a lot, and that in-game leader maybe is doing a better call on other maps than the previous one, right? So we just have to step up our game, and if you play like we did against FaZe the last 2 maps, then it should be enough to take the win.
Okay. Good stuff. And Chris, yourself, going up against Virtus.pro, do you feel like you'll be able to correct the mistakes that perhaps you feel you were making today?
I think definitely. I think a large part is mentality. One thing is we definitely shouldn't underestimate them. I feel like they've been having like bad results, but when you look at many of their matches, there have been close losses. Like I think even against us, there were some overtime games and stuff like that. So if you don't take them serious, it's going to be difficult to play against them.
Yeah. All right, guys. Robin, yesterday when you weren't on the stream with us, we were having a conversation. There was a specific question that I asked the guys from chat about who each person thought was, I think it was like most mechanically skilled or the best aimer in the team. And pretty much everybody unanimously said you. Do you agree?
I mean, I can agree because I think I've spent a lot of time on mastering all of the mechanics. I have a deep background in CS movement stuff and all of that, so I think all of that is justified.
Nice, I like it. You're taking the props. What do you do then? What's your background in it? Like, what kind of how did you develop your mechanical skills over time?
I have thousands of hours in Creeds, KZ, you call it. That's basically like movement in CS. You play spamming maps, whatever. I played I think over 1,000 hours of surf and stuff like this, and all of that just benefits you in the end, and you kind of understand the movement way better.
Okay.
Robin is one of the best servers in the world.
Is that
I'm not joking.
I'm
not joking.
Are you one of
Like,
those people that can do
I
like the
think
really difficult maps that only a few people can do?
I think I'm good, but I'm not the best.
He's not like top 10, but he's like at least top 100 or something.
Okay. And do you feel that sort of stuff like surfing transfers over into your mechanical skill in professional CS?
I think it makes your movement way more smooth and more clean. You don't make any mistakes on that side, so I think it does in a way.
Nice. Frozen, what about yourself, dude? How long have you been playing CS for?
Like 1.6 also, or only Go?
Yeah, CS overall.
It's gonna be 10 years.
10 years from when you were 7.
Yeah.
How did you get into it?
My brother
Okay.
just started playing. Yeah, it's gonna be 10 years soon.
Yeah. When did you start feeling like you were pretty good?
When I was like 12, 13. But
Yeah.
that was CSGO already.
So that would have been 2016 or 2015?
No, earlier even.
A bit earlier. Because you're 17 now, right? 2020.
I was like 2015, 14.
Okay. So you're 12, 13 at that point. You start feeling like you're pretty good at the game.
I was 2014.
Yeah. And at that point, did you know about the professional circuit and all the tournament organizers and stuff, and that you could become a professional player?
Like I was watching the tournaments also, but in Czechoslovakia there's not like so many big LANs, and they weren't before. So I was just going to some local LANs here, and now I was watching the like ESL tournaments.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean I knew there was like a professional CS scene, but I was like far away back then, from. So I wasn't thinking about like being professional. I was just playing for fun and having a good time, one-tapping people.
Yeah. And so then when did the moment happen where you like, I want to become a professional player? Or did that not really happen and everything moved organically?
I think it happened when the FPL Challenger came out in FaceIt. I got invited there in one of the first waves there was. And since that, I knew there was a way to get to FPL, and I know that there's like the only chance you can achieve something in Slovakia, because nobody gonna notice you.
Yeah.
It's like you can even see the country on the map. And yeah, that's basically it. I was like, I was like 13, 14 when I started to take it serious, and I thought I could maybe do something, win some bucks on FPL.
Did you have any other hobbies at the time? Because you were playing when you were so young. Did you play any sports or like, I don't know, do any other games?
So the hockey, football.
Yeah.
And then I started to play a lot.
Yeah.
I also played a lot of games between CS, but every time, I mean, there has been a lot of times I said like I want to quit the game. I quit for like 2 hours, then I came back stronger.
Yeah.
And quit for 2 hours?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, Robin, I've been told that you have like a specific skill, a hobby outside of CS that you might be able to showcase for us on stream.
I've been solving Rubik's cubes.
Exactly, it's something to do with Rubik's cubes. Apparently, you're like really good at solving them. Is there any chance you could?
I'm not even that good. I just like kind of know the beginner method.
Okay.
And that's pretty much it. Like I haven't gone deeper into it.
So if you scramble that up for us, do you think how long would it take for you to solve it?
Probably over a minute.
Guys, Chris, Andy, you want to see it? Captain Finn.
I've seen it way faster, man.
I've seen it on LAN.
Okay,
he did like 40 seconds once, no?
LAN doesn't exist right now,
He's
Finn.
probably cheating, no?
Yeah, Robin, give it a spin, man. Let's see you solve this Rubik's cube. I mean, this is inside information from MOUZ that they told me.
And we need some intense background movies here. Chris, can you?
I don't think our producer can do that. Maybe Chris can put his phone up.
Don't do anything with the producer. Turn off the sound again.
We just put Chris. He can sing a little bit, no?
He's always started, no?
Sing?
Yeah, put on a beat, bro.
Is someone putting the time? I hope you're.
No, I haven't got time. I'm gonna get us.
Man.
It's too late already.
Pala, you had one job. Jesus. Oh.
You guys hear that?
Oh shit.
Go on, Robin. Come on, Robin. Let's go. You're almost there. Cheer him on, Chris.
Let's go.
He can't Robin's tune, no?
You're almost done, guys. You can see the sides lining up. Andy, cast it. Cast the Rubik's cube. Andy, no, you're not gonna. Okay.
It's the most intense Rubik cube solving I've ever seen.
Yeah. Well, I think it's probably been like a minute and a half, but this is pretty.
No, it's 20 seconds. He did 20 seconds, guys. I kept count. That's sick.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, was Robin's Rubik's. Chris,
we need that every time, no? 1 minute of Robin's Rubik's.
You should start a YouTube channel, Robin, and call it Robin's Rubik's. No? Okay. But Robin, you did actually used to have a YouTube channel, right? You used to upload sniper montages from Black Ops 2.
I used to play Call of Duty on console.
Yeah. And you had a YouTube channel, right?
Yeah. I used to do the quick scoping stuff.
Yeah, man.
That was like 6 years ago.
Yeah. Chris, you had something like that back in the day. It was like a dancing channel, like a hip hop dance channel.
What the fuck are you saying?
Like Dance Revolution with chrisJ.
Yeah. Chris and Andy, how do you guys actually know each other? Like, because I feel like when Rejin joined the team, you guys were already pre-existing friends.
Yeah, kinda. We met each other before and we had a connection. It's not like we really kept in touch.
Let's call it connection.
Let's go.
I have a feeling that I have a feeling that Finn probably finds it quite difficult to manage you guys together, that because you both bounce off each other so much. Finn, are they ever an issue when they're hanging out together?
Not really. They're just all the time in the room, sitting there talking with each other, I guess.
Okay.
They don't invite us to the room.
That's a pretty good bet.
Interesting. I mean, what's it? What's the roommate situation with MOUZ when you're at LAN events? Who rooms with who?
Me
and Alan.
Okay,
Chris Allen. Yeah, me, Finn, Robin, Oscar.
Okay.
And you get the weirdest videos from Robin and Voxic, but we cannot show any of that.
I tell you, that's a piece of content MOUZ need to film. Robin and Oscar's bedroom, and that could be
That
like a
is
side piece to Robin's
insane.
Rubik's.
You cannot make it up. Like it's like Steven Spielberg value here. We're talking.
Steven Spielberg.
Robin, what are they talking about? What kind of videos do you and Oscar shoot in the bedroom together?
That sounds so wrong.
So very random, stuff that can only happen at 2 a.m.
Yeah,
Those kind of things.
You know when
So,
you
like-
go to Jamaica when you're in the bedroom, Pala.
yeah. Okay, I thought maybe
Yeah.
you whip out. I thought maybe you whip out the Xbox 360 and record some old school Black Ops 2 montages, but I guess the mystery will remain a mystery until MOUZ get a hold of some of those videos and put them on
I
social
mean, we don't
media.
take consoles to the events. We try to focus on CS as much as possible.
Yeah, obviously, Chris, it was a joke, mate. Like, why are you getting all
What are you gonna
defensive for? Like, whoa, guys, when we're at the event. Yeah, I know. And so, other than Robin and Oscar, any funny stories from being roommates? What's the craziest thing to happen in a MOUZ bedroom? Chris, you're laughing, so you can answer.
I mean, there was this one time where you woke me up, Chris. No.
And there's this one time where I don't know if this is like safe for like everyone at home or people at work, but
I mean,
Ellen
you can
actually.
just change
I'm
out
not
the
gonna
word.
say the whole backstory, but it ended with Ellen ripping out the phone of the hotel.
Oh, I was not thinking about that. I was thinking about when
He
you
actually ripped out the whole
Another
phone
one.
because he couldn't charge his own phone or something. I don't know.
it was in a way, no.
But he taped
just
it
wanna
back on the
move
wall,
it.
so they didn't notice.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay,
There's like
interesting.
some backstory that's missing there to make sense. But
The backstory, we
But it sounds like
honestly-
the backstory is the most important part of the story.
It
right?
is, but it's not like suitable for Twitch. I think, Alan. I mean, it's up to you, man.
no,
It's
I
not
don't
up to me, dude. I'm just the host. I don't work
No,
for
no, up to
MOUZ.
Ellen.
You know, I'm like a third party.
I think it's
here.
better when you wake me up in the middle of the night to tell me to switch off an iPad that is not on.
Yeah, that we had in Sydney. I was like kind of jet lagged. I was trying to sleep. I think I was sleeping, and then suddenly
You were.
I thought that Alan's iPad was on. He was watching some show like on full volume, and I woke up. I was hella mad. I was screaming at him, "Turn that shit off, Alan!" And then apparently he was sleeping and not watching anything.
Guys, something else
Poor guy.
that producer Rene told me was that apparently
God.
you guys have done an escape room together. Is that
Yeah,
true?
twice now. Yeah.
Is this like forced upon you by MOUZ themselves, or did you guys choose to do this as like buddies? Like, yeah.
I mean, we kind of want to do something together, but the escape room. It kind of was the idea of this our psychologist, right, Finn?
Really? So this is really interesting. Like, tell us about this, guys.
Yeah, I
this is,
think
for
it's based off that. First of all, you do something together, and also it's something like solving issues, right? And it's
Problem
also
solving.
problem solving, and then also kind of like the roles outside CS. So first time we did pretty random, the escape room kind of thing. Then second time we tried to get better overview by having roles who's doing what exactly and stuff like that. So first time was really bad. It's really bad because everybody's just doing their own thing. Like sometimes in CS, somebody's just going there, here, and there. So
Like
I mean,
today, basically.
yeah, today basically. So we need to fix our roles again for next game. I mean, yeah, I think first of all it's pretty fun, and everybody's competitive in CS:GO, right? So also when you're doing something like this, you wanna finish as fast as possible to have a good result. So all in all, I think it's a fun activity, but where there's also a bigger meaning behind doing it, right? It's not just like sitting somewhere and talking, but actually doing something as a team. Because when you have a boot camp, it's like 7 days of full CS. So getting a little out and do something different than CS can benefit as well the team, I think.
Was there anyone that was like a complete rager? I have a feeling that Oscar would not be good in a panic room, in a escape room.
He was
I mean,
everywhere.
he's very over eager. It was good.
Oh,
What about
really?
this?
I mean, I can sort of start from the first time. We were finding keys, and then suddenly I asked, have you used this key? And this key was lying 15 minutes on the table.
And nobody said they found the key.
Nobody said they found a key. There was just a key on the table.
Yeah.
And then
Robin-
obviously
Rob-
we didn't solve it.
Robin, were you in the panic room as well?
Yeah, the whole team was.
Were you any good?
What do you mean?
Robin is like the best.
Like,
He has done it really
did you
often
deduce
before.
clues? Did you find things?
Who's the master?
Everyone did. It wasn't only me.
No, but like, what did you do? What was your role in the escape room?
You cannot remember. It's quite a long time
Problem
ago now.
solver, no?
I think we should stick to Robin's Rubik's. But yeah, okay, guys. I'm glad the escape room went well. I hope it helped team mentality. And
Yeah, you
next
saw it
time,
today.
let's get MOUZ to record it and
You
think
can
we
record
got
it.
some good content, guys. This is this was a good question that I think is interesting to ask people in our industry. What do you guys think you'd be doing if you weren't CS players? Let's start with you, Andy. Well, you're a coach, but you know what I mean. Like, if you weren't involved in a CS
Who
team.
the fuck is Andy?
Hey,
Who the
hey,
fuck is Andy?
Oh,
Who the fuck is
sorry.
Andy?
Rejin, sorry.
Let's talk with Andy, no? Well,
Andy.
if I was Andy, I would probably. Well, my professional.
That's what
career,
Chris was calling you, man.
No,
it's
Alan.
Never called me
Alan,
Andy.
sorry, dude.
Alan.
Apologize, Alan.
Uh,
What would
my-
Alan be doing if he wasn't Raging CS:GO mastermind?
well, I will probably just stick to my profession, like which is like a pedagogue.
abuse?
I don't know. Not also that.
What?
Like
What's your
a
profession, Alan?
social educator, kind of.
Okay, cool.
Working with either it can be kids, adults, whatever, people with disabilities.
Yeah.
So I guess I would
Social
just
worker.
do the same. Social
So with
worker
us,
in a way,
basically.
yeah. So it's basically the same what I'm
Disability.
doing now.
Basically the same.
Yeah.
Disabled people here. So
And Chris, what about yourself? What would you be doing in the Netherlands
Reading books.
other than reading books if you weren't a CS player?
Honestly, I wouldn't know because I tried like different studies before CS was like really worth it. But I didn't enjoy any study enough. I didn't really know what to do in my life, so I just started to play CS.
Okay.
CS
Finn-
saved my life basically.
Yeah. Saves your life.
Yeah.
That's good, man.
We're gonna
There
get
was one
emotional
time
here.
he
Or?
was homeless.
Deep shit.
Yeah, we can, man. Of course. It's great that you found something that you connected with and you've turned it into a great success. And of course, you've been doing it for many years now, similar to
Yeah.
Finn. Finn, what about yourself? Did you have a career path like planned out aside from CS?
Yeah, I was about to quit CS to finish my master degree in
I remember.
business administration and auditing. So I'll probably do some boring work right now.
Yeah.
Probably not be so good at it. But yeah, I don't know. I think I'll do something like that. Auditing, business administration, something in that way. Yeah.
Frozen, had you thought about this at all? Because you're still 17. When I was 17, I had no clue what I wanted as a job. Luckily, you found yourself in a position where your job is being a player. But did you ever think about what you might want to have as a career as an adult?
I know, but I will be studying now. I think.
Okay. Yeah.
Stick to the school kids.
Yeah. Robin, what about you?
I didn't really have a plan, but I would also be studying in university probably. Maybe pursuing astronomy. That's the only thing that's ever interested me.
Pursuing what? Sorry.
Astronomy.
Astronomy. Okay, looking at the stars. Respect. All right. Chris, what's your problem, man? You just laugh at anything I say. Jeez, this is why I told
sorry.
But it's
MOUZ
just
I don't
Chris
want.
in
I don't want to
general.
do the
He's
show if
laughing
Chris
all the
is doing
time.
it. All right, let's kick him
I'm
out.
trying
of the
to keep the
team.
mood up a bit. Like
Sort
seriously,
things out. All
Maybe
right,
we should laugh
guys.
during game then.
Everyone
Yeah,
in the
maybe try
chat, feel free
in
to
game that
start.
wasn't so funny.
Feel free.
Maybe we should laugh
Pick up that
anyway.
up, bro.
do you guys argue in game at all when you're playing official matches?
Yes.
I was pretty.
Yes.
I was pretty heated today at some point. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
Why the fuck
I've
did it
seen-
take so long to take the up, man?
Chris, I've seen you get quite heated at LAN events.
Yeah.
Would you say you're the person that's temper is most hard to control?
I mean, I feel like Voxic also has a temper, but I definitely have it as well. Like when I get into a match, I kind of live for the match, and sometimes I lose myself a bit too much in it. And yeah, once my tilt level goes past a certain point, it's out of control.
Yeah.
And I feel like I've been getting it under control more over the last few years, but sometimes still it's.
Yeah. All right. Well, everybody in
What
chat.
the fuck are you doing, Finn?
It's coming out your screen soon.
Everybody in chat, feel free to start dropping some questions in, and we'll all pick them out and go through them as we did yesterday. Finn, what are you doing? Trying to make yourself invisible, or
Yeah, talk to the hand.
talk to the hand? All right.
chrisJ, were you lagging? Yeah, I was lagging.
What, you were lagging in the match, Chris?
Yeah, but it was no excuse because I just played bad. That I never died because of lag, and I changed my internet after, and I wasn't lagging, and I still played bad. So people can stop saying that. People can stop writing that was a reason why I played bad, because it wasn't at all.
Well, don't be too hard on yourself, Chris. What? Someone in the chat, Chris has said Drip J over chrisJ. Maybe that's the new nickname to reinvigorate yourself, Chris. Drip J.
Yeah, that's what's up. I might try that. Yeah.
Chris, who likes luxury brands more, yourself or Robin?
I mean, I feel like we
David.
had a period where we cared about it, like in the old MOUZ especially. Sunny, Robin, and me, Stiko as well. We were shopping a lot, but right now all that stuff calmed down a bit. I think Rejin is actually buying the most shoes and stuff now.
Yeah, you guys called yourselves the Gucci Boys at one point. I'm not sure if the internet knows that, but that was your unofficial nickname, right?
I mean, I still buy a lot of shoes, but not like the expensive ones, because I only wear them once. So I don't want to buy 600 euro shoes and only wear them once.
Yeah.
Now we have Balenciaga Boys instead.
Balenciaga Boys. Spending all your salary on luxury brands, bro.
I'm fucking rocking Puma these days, man. I'm a normal guy.
Yeah, you're an exceptional person, Chris.
I actually have Versace behind me, but yeah, whatever.
Yeah. Frozen, have you been spending all your salary on luxury brands?
Not all the money, but yeah. Some of them.
All right. Karrigan, how do you prepare before games? Ars Uksuk.
I mean, it depends on who you're playing, right? If it's a team you often play, you have a lot of info on them. So you just like kind of catch up with what they're doing, if they've changed some new stuff. As I have to spend a lot of time. I think Pro League was one of the hardest times I have prepared a lot. I think after the games, I spent like until 3 or 4 a.m. in the night to prepare for the next day. So it depends a lot on which tournament, how my mindset is, and how I'm feeling as an individual as well. Because sometimes you can work too hard at tournaments, and I think that's gonna affect you bad in another way. Because Adam's also working, so we always work not with each other, but actually we work like one by one, and then we put our heads together before the game, and we have like different views of the game plan, right? So Adam's doing the general lifting of it, and sometimes I'm investing a lot of time to prepare the games.
Yeah. I like
I mean, Pro League was like insane how much you did, Finn. Like you were literally 24/7 busy with preparing or reviewing.
But here's the thing also, you have to think, like, if Finn has to do that, we cannot expect him to be 100%, like, and he also needs to calm, like, he needs to be able to call in-game, because you can only do so much before a match. Like, even if you have all the info, it all comes down to the split decisions and the mid-round calling Finn does in the end anyway. There's many times where I say, okay, let's do this. We do it, we get the kill, and we don't win anyway. So, like, it's about the mid-round calling for Finn. Like, for us, it's very important he's there, so that he spent his time valuable is really good.
Okay. Interesting.
It's
Thank you.
not an MP5 on my shirt, by the way. It's like a Draco.
A Draco. Yeah, Chris, you're big into the old rap scene, aren't you?
Yeah.
You can't see it on him, what?
You have a problem with
He's
me?
basically a rapper.
Yeah, no, me and Chris have freestyled together a few times at events. He usually chucks a couple lines in, but he likes to rap. He likes to try. Chris, maybe you can freestyle for us right now.
No, I'm not. I can't really freestyle, but I'm sorry. I'm more the guy that writes his lyrics. You know?
Chris is insane freestyling.
He's more of a listener, right?
Who are your favorite?
My favorite rapper
Chris?
is Young Thug.
Young
Hey,
well, bro, you know me too well.
Guys, there's a question that I've seen that I've highlighted from Spanman, who asked, "Do you guys play any other games for fun?" Let's start with Andy.
Fuck off, fella. I play some Hearthstone once in a while, and
Once a while, or interesting.
Call of Duty sometimes.
Yeah.
But I'm not really playing that much because, like, with family and all that, and you spend so much time on the computer, so I'm not really allowed to play as much from the wifey. Otherwise, just some basic games once in a while.
Chris?
Rarely play other games, honestly.
Yeah.
It's been a few years since I played another game, like really more than a few hours.
Yeah. Frozen?
I used to play like League of Legends and shit, like all these kind of games. But
You're my legend.
League of Legends.
Guys, leave him alone, please.
these days I find
League
it
of
boring
Legends.
somehow. Like
Pants.
every other game is boring somehow.
Yeah.
So I don't know, just playing CS when I feel it.
What about you, Finn?
I think in periods I play other games. Other games is probably Call of Duty and FIFA on PlayStation, but that honestly is sometimes a whole week where I play and then I get tired of it and then I go back to CS:GO. So I never have a game I played for like few years that I do like, let's say 2 times per week or something. It's more like I commit all in for a week and then I go back to CS. Just to get the motivation back, because I've been playing the same game for 20 years now. And I have never really had another game where I can like, like
Put a
shut
lot of
off.
hours into it. Yeah.
Yeah, but also more like some people have like, for example, Dota at some point where they just like, instead of playing CS, they play Dota, for example, right? So I do it in a period where I want to play something different.
Yeah. Finally, Robin, what about yourself?
Right now I don't play any other games than CS. I only focus on CS. But I can hop on old school RuneScape here and there.
Oi.
So
Yeah, we've seen that.
it's a very nostalgic game. Gets me back to my early days. But yeah, nothing really special. I would say I only focus on CS primarily.
Nice.
He's a
Good
machine.
stuff. How old is Frozen? Frozen is 17.
Yeah.
Frozen's the young man, the young boy.
I think this shirt is actually older than you.
We talked about this a lot already, no?
Guys, remember to, if you guys want to pick out some questions as well, I'm just scrolling through to try and find some.
Frozen, will you ever
ones.
stream?
What?
Will you ever stream? Question from TS Recto.
I mean, yeah, but I'm lazy.
It's you lazy.
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff behind it now, you know. Like,
Okay, interesting question here from Serad. Why is chrisJ buying SMGs in buy rounds?
pushing lower.
For economical reasons. And I'm not killing people anyway, so I might as well buy a cheaper weapon.
That's you thinking ahead of the curve.
Talk about it.
Or you can pick up my AK when I die.
Just take USP Kevlar, no? Glock Kevlar.
USP
It's new
Kevlar,
meta.
that's a-
Like, it's new meta. Glock Kevlar.
Frozen, we have another question for you.
Shit.
What does Frozen's mum, but parents, think of the fact that he travels around the world, sometimes for weeks in a row, and is making big money? And that question comes from chrisJ fan 69.
Oh, lit name.
Gang, gang.
I think they're happy and proud of me, I would say. I mean, I hope at least.
Not after today.
There's no food on the table today, David. That's for sure. Have to make your own.
Yeah, I think they're happy that I do something that I like, actually. And yeah, I think they're just happy for me that I'm doing good.
Yeah. Did they understand from the start when you were following this career? Or did you have to convince them a bit that it was a viable option?
It was since my first tournament, I would say. Then they started to like take it a bit more serious because I got some money from there. I won like 20 euro or so. So I could buy something for myself.
Somebody's Django sucks.
Yeah, I was fucking saving money from the tournaments. I won 20 euro 5 times, and then I bought new keyboard, man.
There's
Hard
investing.
times. Hard times.
Yeah. I like this question from Deus2504, and I guess it can be directed mainly to the former teammates of these people, but how do you feel about Oscar in Sprout, Stiko in Godsend, and Sunny in Ents? Let's start with you, Chris.
Uh,
Were they good fits?
I mean-
or
I feel like okay. Let's start with Oscar. I think he's not playing at the level he can play. I feel like he was one of the best in the world when he was playing with our team back then. I don't know if it's about the team right now in Sprout. Maybe he's a bit less motivated because he's playing on a lower level, but he's not playing that good himself. I think he would agree with that. And obviously Sprout it's just not as good a team as we were back then. Stiko, I think it's pretty impressive how he's performing, especially like individually. Also, he's putting his team like back on the map. They're like one of the rising teams now with Godsend, I would say. People were obviously always kind of roasting him for being the worst player in our team, and now he's actually showing that he can frag a lot as well. So I'm really happy for him in that sense. Yeah, for Mika, Sunny, I guess it's a bit reverse to what Stiko had. He's not at all in his comfort zone, it looks like. I guess it goes for the whole Ents team. I don't know exactly what's wrong there. When you look on paper, they should do better than they do. But it's not working, but that's just CS like that. Sometimes the team doesn't fit and you don't know what's the problem, but something is a problem.
yeah.
I don't know how you feel about that, Robin.
Yeah, Robin, that's who I was going to ask next. Do you have any thoughts on those players in their respective teams?
I agree with everything Chris said. I mean, Oscar and Sunny, they're not having the best peers, I would say. They definitely have that in them that they can be the top players they used to be, and once they get their stuff fixed in their respective teams, then I think they definitely can show themselves again. As for Stiko, I think he's been making a lot of progress, and it's glad to see that he's also changed in a way that he's always keeping up his motivation. He's always playing, and a lot of respect for him for that. But yeah, I hope Oscar and Sunny still can find themselves in the future.
Yeah, Speedlaps asked, when will Parler play his first official? Actually, Speedlaps,
Is Tuesday, no, Paolo?
No, I account share with ropz, and whenever you see him have a really, really good game, that's me. Moving on. Kebab or pizza? Alan, kebab or pizza? Being a Danish person, I assume that you know that your kebabs and pizzas in the Nordic regions generally aren't brilliant, but which do you prefer nonetheless?
I mean, like, now I live in Czech, so it's different. But I mean, like,
Yeah.
you're totally right. Like, kebab and pizza in Denmark is just like, it's nothing to do with the real pizza you get, like, from an Italian, or the real kebab you get in Turkey or whatever.
Yeah.
But I think I must go with pizza.
Okay. And Finn, what about yourself? Being a
I
fellow
think
Dane?
I'll be faster tired of kebab than pizza in a way.
Yeah.
So I think go all
Pizza has more options, no? Can change it up more.
You can pineapple put in it, right?
Yeah,
Can't really put pineapple in kebab.
I honestly would try pineapple kebab.
I would try it. Let's try it, Finn, next time.
Duh, bro, you never catch me trying that, man. They put banana on pizza here in Sweden as well. It's like,
Yeah,
what?
I've seen
actually
it.
pretty
I
good.
would
That's pretty
try
good,
it.
actually.
No, bro.
Have you tried it, Paolo?
Dude, if there's a banana Nutella like dessert pizza, that's different. But no, like a cheese pizza with banana and no, man.
I mean, you should try it. It's pretty good, actually.
Maybe I should open my
Do you try apples pizza?
apple
What?
pizza.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that was a thing, man. Is that like a
Sure, it's not apple pie.
You got some things mixed up there.
Apple pie.
Okay. Guys, yeah, what's your Tiki Taki asked, what's your practice schedule like at the moment?
Can't share details.
Is it
If you have to.
General details, Finn. Is it Monday to Friday, like from one time to another?
We
or?
actually have been going pretty ham, I would say, after Katowice. Like
really show.
having like 6 days a week.
And we prac like 8-9 maps usually a day.
Yeah, in your other reverse world. Now we're meeting at 11 a.m. and work until 7-8 p.m.
Yeah.
So it's like 5 maps, talk theory, practical. If we have an official match, like tomorrow, we're gonna use probably a couple of hours talking today's match over. Hopefully learn some stuff from it or blame it on someone.
Blame it on me.
And yeah, that's basically it. I
Yeah.
would say. It also varies a lot, like if there's travel days and all that. But right
Yeah.
now it's like 5 to 6 days a week, and then a lot of hours. And that is not including the individual that the players are playing.
Yeah. Hot Boys Lounge says ropz is just watching memes right now. Is that true, ropz, or are you watching any memes on your PC or?
I'm only looking at your beautiful face.
Oh, Robin! I wish we.
What are you gonna say for that, Vala?
I wish we could end the show on that. I think that's just such a great moment.
Okay.
But
It went you.
all right,
Great, Robin.
final questions. I'll pick out from chat and I'll let you guys go.
I can just answer quickly. One is asking why I'm in Czech Republic. It's because my wife is Czech, and yeah, we live here now. And I don't
check
speak
that
Czech.
out.
Czech is actually also a good song by Young Thug.
Young who? Young Thug.
Young fuck.
What do you say, Young Thug?
Pala, moving on.
All right, I'm just trying to see if there's any other questions to pick out here. All right. Who is the best clutcher on the team? Anyone have an opinion on that from Dewin?
I would say
What?
Robin.
I'd say Robin and David, yeah.
Yeah.
But Vox, I mean, honestly, when Voxy is on
Yeah,
A
Voxy
side does
gets-
too, I think enemies should usually just save. 1
Yeah,
on
it
3,
doesn't
they
matter.
should save.
Yeah,
He's gonna win that round.
that's true.
Yeah. Good stuff.
But honestly, actually, did any of you guys ever win a 1 on 5 in a final? I don't know. I don't really remember.
Oh, Chris, that's
This
gonna be
guy.
that's one of the best clutches of all time. Whoa, go on, Chris. And notice, Chris, that no one remembered it except for you. So you're quite arrogant. And
I actually
you're...
wrote him just like 2 days ago that I rewatched this ace and was like,
Dude, that
really
ace
happy.
was absolutely
insane.
insane, man.
The crowd went wild.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
crowd was insane.
Chris, like when you were in that clutch, when you were taking those shots, like how nervous were you? And did you feel it in your body at all? Was it like harder to play, or were you just super in the zone?
No, I was not nervous at all. I was just, yeah, like you say, just in the zone. The only thing I felt was the game.
Yeah, that's normal
This
office
guy,
day,
yeah.
right?
Yeah. So you're in a
It's like
complete
going in
flow
another
state, mate.
universe, as people
Yeah.
sometimes say.
Yeah. And when you got the final kill, was it just like a big rush of adrenaline, or?
We
I don't
couldn't
know.
hear anything. The crowd was so loud.
but the
Yeah.
problem is when we have these sick rounds, we always lose the match.
Okay.
We lost that match. against
Next time, Chris fuck up
So-
to the last kill.
Yeah,
You cannot do like
to
that.
kill the last guy.
Yeah,
Sorry.
just don't kill
My
him.
bad.
I'll
I'll let him defuse first.
That's good.
Oh my God.
keep the money low.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that's pretty much it for now, guys. I don't want to keep. Don't disconnect, Frozen. You're not allowed to disconnect until producer Rene gives you the go ahead.
When the sounds is off, you can quit.
Yeah. If there are no other questions that you guys see in the chat that you'd like to answer, then we could end it there. So, anybody?
I have a question for you, Pala.
Okay.
How's your day been?
Yeah, it's been good, man. I've been chilling. Hung out with my girlfriend and our dog. Edited a video.
Did you
And
actually
then
watch our game, Pala? Don't lie now. Did you watch or not?
Bro, I've got. Why do you think I always look over here? I have 2 screens, bro. I've got it on all the time. I watched it yesterday
Uh-huh.
and today. Why would I
Yeah,
not
yeah.
watch it and just turn up and be like, "Oh, what's up, guys? Oh, what you played a match today? Yeah, like, come on, Chris, give me some. I'm not going to swear, but give me some effing credit, Chris.
Okay, sorry, bro.
All right. Well, anything else?
Are you gonna watch our game tomorrow, Paula?
There's no game tomorrow. Finn.
Oh, trick question.
Hey!
I said yesterday, Finn, you're low-key the funniest guy on the team, all right? And I'm sticking to that. All right, guys, remember the reason why Wox wasn't here today is because each day one member of the team will sub out so that they can have a rest. So a big shout out to everybody today for taking part. Thank you to Andy, Chris, David, Finn, and Robin. Would you like to say anything else before we leave, guys?
I love Andy.
I love Andy, man. I love him.
I think maybe we should sub in Andy next time instead of CJ.
Awesome. Well, everybody at home, thank you for your questions. Thank you for watching. This has been The House Show. My name is Paula, and we will see you in 2 days' time. Peace.
Piss.
Piss on the ground.